Good morning to everyone. I am Rati Devi, MA, BEd, MPhil, CICTT, Cambridge, and presently I am pursuing PhD. And now I'm the assistant professor in Tirthangal Nadar College, Department of English. Let us see. Today I am going to teach children's literature, which is going to come here, second BA English, third semester. Understanding children's literature. This is the unit 1. The World of Children's Literature. It's written by Peter Hunt. Understanding Children's Literature. Peter Hunt's Understanding Children's Literature is a foundational text in the academic study. As an edited volume, it brings together 14 essays that explores various theoretical and critical approaches to the field. The book addresses topics such as literacy, ideology, stylistic, education, feminism and history, culture and bibliotherapy. The meaning of bibliotherapy is the use of books as therapy in the treatment of mental condition, drawing insights from disciplines like cultural studies, psychology and education. In this, we are going to learn what are the content we have to give it to the children. Contemporary development. The second edition includes 4 new chapters and revisions to 7 others reflecting contemporary developments in the field of English literature. It also features an essays on perspectives of writers on crafting literature for children. As a children, we have to give more and more innovative works, creative things, and extensive bibliography. List of books and articles that a writer used when they were writing a particular books or article. And it is the meaning of bibliography. Whatever content we are taking from other books, the reference books is called as bibliography. And a glossary of critical terms make it accessible for newcomers to the children literature studies. Then particularly what are the valuables we are going to learn in this children's literature? Students, educators and learners. This work is particularly valuable for students as well as the educators and for also the librarians seeking a comprehensive introduction to the critical study of literature. The next chapter, Essentials. What is the children's literature? What are we going to learn in this children's literature? It is actually created by adults for the use of children. Karen Lesnick-Augustin argues that children's literature is not a neutral, it is a natural category. It is constructed and created by adults for the sake of children. It is defined by its relationship to the children, usually books for them and not necessarily by them, and is shaped by adults' experience to give the ideologies and educational contents to the children. Yes, what is childhood? It is actually, it shapes the adults. What is childhood? Children's literature is especially for the sake of children's development. Concept of childhood. Childhood is seen as a distinct and special stage of full life of innocence and imagination and creativity. As they grow older and older, they have to learn a lot of moral values, positive attitudes, they have to be free, they should have the purity in their mind, they should have the curiosity to learn many things in their life. Themes of children's literature: adventure, play, family and friendship, and fantasy and moral lessons. The journey from innocence to experience of self-discovery is very common for children. We have to give more and more innovative things for the children, for the creative mind. How it is shaped by adults? Childhood is shaped by adults. Similarly, Lesnick-Augustin contends that childhood is a construct shaped by adults, not a fixed or universal stage. Essential ideas. Constructed identity. Childhood as a period, mindset and identity is created through adults and societal norms. According to the sociality, we have to give a lot of ideas to the children for their development. That is called children's development literature. Adults' perception. Good or appropriate for the children. Already I have told about the positive attitude should be created for the children. They should be the role model for the future generation. Character should be good behavior, and we should inspire children. The books should be in that way, they have to inspire. It should be in simple language, clear, understanding. They should learn each and everything as soon as they learn. The reading level should be very easy for them to understand. The language should be very easy. As well as each and every learning should have some happy endings. That will create the positive mind for the children. Often prefer to give comfort, that only will give hope and positive mind for children. Educational values should help children learn about life, nature, friendship as well as culture. Each and everything should be nurtured to the younger generation, children's generation. Yes, now let us, still this we have, in the first unit, we have learnt about all what is children's literature, what is childhood. Now let us come to the next chapter, the poems. The first poem is The Owl and the Pussycat by Edward Lear. The Owl and the Pussycat is a funny story. It is about the love between owl and the pussy. They fall in love with each other and they wanted to go for a journey in the ship. While they were going, they are carrying some honey and bundle of money wrapped with some foods. While they are going on a journey, they decided to get married. For that, they were searching for some rings. While they are going for a journey, they were traveling for a year and a day. Once, while they were searching for the ring, they found a ring in pig's nose. While they are getting, as soon as they saw the ring, they are asking the ring from the pig, and as they are getting the ring by giving some money to the pig, as soon as they are getting the money, getting the ring, they are got married with the guidance of turkey and few other animals. They were enjoying the delicious food and charming music and enchanting the adventure with a rhythmic classical way. It is actually a nonsense Victorian story and it is the sweetest poem. It is it's just for fun. Funny story. The next one is Invitation by Shel Silverstein. It is the next poem is Invitation. The poet wanted to invite many people like dreamer, wisher, liar, hoper as well as the pretender for him to come and enjoy in front of the fire as well as the magic bean buyers. Together they will spend, they wanted to make some different varieties of flax golden tales for celebrating a creativity, storytelling and joy of shared imagination. Silverstein creates a welcoming space for anyone with a spark of fantasy, inviting them for a magical world of creative writing. The author conveys a message by inviting many people for him to gather together to write some stories and tales. The next poem, it is also an easy poem. The next poem is My Shadow, written by Robert Louis Stevenson. The shadow. It is a reflection of ourselves. It grows, shrinks and disappears. The young child describes a mysterious shadow, how to follow him everywhere. If it jumps, it also jumps. If it lies down, it is also lying down. If it grows, sometimes it grows and shrinks. If it gets into the bed, the young girl, the shadow also comes in along with it. While getting up in the morning, it disappears. Okay, revealing the child's wonder at the common yet puzzling companion. He do not know, the girl doesn't know whether the shadow is within herself or it is not there. Often it disappears and comes again. This is also some interesting poem. Then the next poem is Mystery by Noomi Shahid. Mystery. It is a relationship with mother and the daughter. The daughter says, I don't like you but I like you. The mother and daughter will get fight with each other. What the daughter says, I don't like you, but I like you. It is a toddler tells that mother, I don't like you, but I like you. The mother laughs and speaks, reflects that they will spend the rest of the time finding trying to understand whether it is right or wrong. It is a mixed emotions. If we give good, they will be happy. If we say anything for them, they will start thinking whether my mother liked me or not. This is the thing happens in each and everyone's life. Let me know if you'd like a deeper look into its theme of emotional resonance. It is an emotional connection between mother and the daughter. The next story is Harry Potter. Unit 3, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, written by J.K. Rowling. It is a famous story as well as it has come as a movie and it was running for so many years. It has a blockbuster movie. On the 11th birthday, he is a wizard. He found that he is a wizard. The Harry Potter started finding that he himself is also a wizard. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, written by J.K. Rowling, is the first book of Harry Potter, as well as he is staying in the relative's house. Unknowingly, he was ill-treated there. After a few years, on the 11th birthday, he comes to know that he is also the wizard and he attends the Hogwarts school and witchcraft and wizardry, where he makes friends, learns about magic and uncovers the truth about his parents' death. His parents died, they were also wizards, they died, and he is going to reveal some unknown things about the parents' death. The next is Regained, Harry with Ron and Hermione. These Ron and Hermione are the friends of Harry Potter. Along with his friends, Ron and Hermione faces various challenges and ultimately confronts the dark wizard Lord Voldemort, who seeks the Philosopher's Stone to regain power. The story sets the stage of Harry's ongoing battle against evil in the magical world. There he finds a lot of issues. He was facing a lot of violence there, fighting with each other to find their parents' death, how they died, as well as he wanted to get that stone, which is very valuable in the magical world. At last, he found the Philosopher's Stone. He is a Voldemort, is a Harry Potter, as well as important characters in this. It is an interesting and innovative story written by J.K. Rowling. Once we should watch this movie, then we will understand more. The next story is Swami and Friends by R.K. Narayan. The main characters of Swami and Friends is Swami and Rajan. Swami is 10 years old boy. His full name is Swaminathan. He lives in a fictional town, Malgudi. This story is written by R.K. Narayan. His close friends were Sambe, Shankar, Somu and Mani. They studied at Albert Mission School. Swami meets Rajan, who is very wealthy, and his father was a superintendent of police. After that, what happens? He is fighting with in the beginning they were enemies. Later they have become very good friends. One day there was a nationalist strike before independence. Swami threw some stones on headmaster's window and he was sent out of the school and he joined in at another school. The next thing is he joins Rajan is starting a new cricket club. There he is also going and joining and practicing cricket there, and they wanted to have a fun play there in that village. So they started a new cricket team. Swami joined in that club. He faced many struggles while coming for the practice. What happens is, as he has gone to the new school, they are not allowing him to come for the practices and all. He is facing a lot of problems. Even there, he cut that school and come for the practice. Because of that, he was sent out of the second school also. So he has escaped from the house and he is staying in somewhere else. His parents, everyone was searching for him. At last, he was found. And while he was disappeared, they had a match during that particular time, and they have, as Swami was not there, they missed the match and they lost the cup. His friendship with Rajan flatters as Rajan's family moves away from the town. Rajan and Swami cried during the departure of the railway station, sharing books as gifts. This is the story of Swami and Friends, written by R.K. Narayan. It is also an interesting story. The next, Unit 5, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County by Mark Twain. Miner's Tale, Tall Tale. Visitor, it's an interesting story that the visitor inquires about the revered Smiley, but instead hears a miner's tall tale about Jim Smiley, who was a person who always bet for everything and he wins the bet also. Once what happened, because of his confidence, he is betting each and everywhere and he wins with so many things, dogs, cats and many animals also. Smiley bets a stranger for 40 cents that his frog can out jump and any other, but while fetches a challenger, the stranger fails than with shot. What happens once they had a trained frog. Jim Smiley was having a trained frog who can jump for the level of very high level. So at what he says, he says that he only will win the game. So the stranger, he was asked to get another frog. While he was going, the stranger, what he did fills lot of shots in the mouth of the frog. While the competition starts, the frog could not jump to the less amount also. The stranger's frog jumped and won the bet. At last this frog, he does not understand, the Jim Smiley couldn't understand why the frog could not jump. At last he is taking that frog, lifting it, as it was very heavy, he found that a lot of shots was there in his mouth. That is the reason he could not jump. The frog fails to jump and the stranger wins and the Jim discovers lately. This is the story of The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County by Mark Twain. The next story is Remarkable Rocket by Oscar Wilde. There was a great wedding festival in the king's house. They were buying a lot of crackers and it was lying, and only the rocket was blabbering so many things. This is also fictional stories, imagination. From Grandeur brags about his importance before the royal wedding display. He becomes so overwhelmed. The rocket is overwhelmed and talking and talking. At last he was proud, felt proud and started crying because of his proudness. As it is crying, the crackers, that rocket has become wet and it could not burn during the festival time. At last it was thrown out of the place and fails to launch during the show. Thrown away into the ditch, he continues boasting to frogs, ducks and boys. There also, the many people, even though they can do anything, they will not do. Only they will blabber everywhere. So many things they will talk, but they will not do anything in their life. So, in the same way, the person, Remarkable Rocket, the rocket is also blabbering many things. It is not doing any work. At last, it was thrown in a very in the ditch, and there some few students, girls, few boys were burning the crackers and it burned. At last it burnt and in a very less noise. So whatever happens, we should not blabber a lot. This is the story of Remarkable Rocket, and then created a great sensation. I have told all those things. The next story is Brother Grimm by Rumpelstiltskin. Brothers Grimm by Rumpelstiltskin is a final story. It is an interesting story also. A booster miller lies that his daughter can spin straw into gold. A booster miller, what he says that my daughter can make all the straws into gold. This is also a person who blabbers often, which does not happen. So what happens, the greedy king is calling him and asking the daughter to stay in one place which is full of straw, room which is full of straw. Immediately the girl is getting inside the room and he doesn't know what to do to make the straw into gold. If he is not making the straw into gold, he will die the next morning. That is the reason he started praying. Immediately one small person comes there and he started saying that in exchange of necklace, he is making the place. He will make the place into gold. Make the straws into gold. The first day he did in exchange of necklace. The next day in exchange of ring. The final day the girl doesn't have anything. At last he says that first child will be given to the person. The next day what happens in the next act? At last the girl got married with the king and he is giving birth to a child. At last that person is coming and asking for the first child. He is saying that he could not give the child. Instead of that, he can give many more money also. He is overwhelmed, and at last only one excuse he is saying that if you find my name, immediately I am ready to move away from the place without getting your child. So he started. He overwhelms his king that his name is Rumpelstiltskin. He reveals it. He flies into a rage and vanishes, and she keeps her child. At last, while he was playing, he says his name. At last, the queen found the name as Rumpelstiltskin, and as he finds the name, immediately he vanishes the place. This is the story of Rumpelstiltskin. Thank you.